We're on, we've got audio. Hello guys, for those just joining us, welcome to the World Ultimate Championship, Club Championship qualifiers. Got F Troop versus Vanguard as the first game, and you just see a couple of little party tricks there to kick things off from Vanguard. Marty Tonkin outside the end zone, his dump goes up the line, not happening. Gets to Ailsa, Enting Hawk with the flick. Looks like Shawnee Davis, I think it is. Or Lace. Looks a big break out the side. Nice bid, but an even better grab. Might be Alex Rogers there, I think. It's a pretty good grab. And it's 1-1. After 17 minutes, it's 1-1, and the rain hasn't even come yet. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Joined briefly by Ben Foley, resident SA native. Ben, what's going on with Vanguard? What's the go?
The team's, this is the first time we've really played together as a team. We've sent a few different Vanguard outfits to different events, but obviously with some key players here like Joel, I think you're all familiar, he did your introduction. This is his first time playing with the team, so that'll change things, but I think...
Yeah, I can't see that going wrong at all. That'll just be excellent, really boost morale.
Well, he likes to spread the field a bit, doesn't he? So we'll see how that plays in, but they've been practicing kind of big, expansive gainers, so that, you know, it's what Joel likes to see, so we'll see how that plays out.
What's going on with the beard? I'm not too sure about it. He's Ginger beard.
Well, he's a father now. He thinks he needs to act a bit more manly.
Wisdom, it's a wisdom thing, isn't it?
So they say.
You got a couple of absolute weapons on the women's side of the team as well. Ailsa, Michaela Dunwell. Who else am I missing? Who else do we need to watch?
Like, I mean, Alex has come back from having a baby. Only, what is it, 3 months or something? No time at all. And then you got Anna with the kind of pale blue headband there, who's just an athlete and will absolutely run any other player into the ground.
All right, Vanguard have pulled it. It's coming into F Troop. They're going to kick things off. Primary poor reception play, long cut not on it. So they're going to look dump. Dump goes up the line. The second dump comes back around. That looks like a set play. We'll see that again. Matthews Hunter. It's just Ben. Throws a low throw, but it's picked up. Jolly in the straight up mark. Vanguard persisting with a straight up, and there's a pretty cheap foul on the mark. He's right up in there. I don't think you see that contested, surely. Yeah. Uncontested foul. So F Troop collapsing into a vert now. And it's a turn on the dump. Joel walks two despite being the player furthest in front of the disc. He's gone two. He has no options because all the players had to run through him. Punches it out. About at the brick mark on the sideline. Gets the dump off. Sean Davis then looks at the quick break to Joel and they grab it. That's a break. Vanguard take the lead 2-1. Nice work from Sean Davis, I think it was. It was a Sean. Sean Davis coming back from an injury at under 22s, I've been told. He didn't play at all. Didn't play at all. Looks like he's getting around all right now. So the gender end is to left of screen. Looks like Ailes is calling the shots down there. Vanguard going to come out on D again, have another crack at a break. For those who haven't checked the bomb, it is predicted to absolutely bucket down here in Melbourne. We had a lot of it, the rain this morning, but to be honest, for the last half hour, it's actually been pretty good. We haven't had any rain. Prior to that, though, a fair bit coming down and a fair bit more predicted. So we will be aiming to get through all of our games, but Dan Rule and Brendan Ashcroft, who are TDing the event, have a couple of contingencies in place. We'll run down to 70-minute games if we need to get off the field for thunderstorms or anything like that, and then worst case scenario, pull back the final ranking game tomorrow. Round robin format today, and then then the ranking games tomorrow. 2 spots, 5 teams, 2 spots, possibly 1 wild card after that. But as a team, you wouldn't want to be banking on that. You want to get in those top 2 spots. All right, F Troop coming out, and it looks junky. Looks like a fence 1-3-2-1 thrown. Nice work from F Troop though, putting it through the middle. The wind's starting to kick up. It's going left to right, so F Troop are working up against the wind, hence the zone look. And they're not doing it too badly at the moment. Fence not crashing in on that pop there. And then an absolute floater. Overhead scuba just caught up and sat up in the wind. Not the throw that you want to see, especially in the wind. And now Jolie throws a nice big flick. There's another one. 3-1. Vanguard to Baddix. Baddix didn't spike it. He must not be feeling well. It wouldn't be like Andy to not let everybody know just how good he is. So I hope Andy's all right. But Vanguard starting to pull away a little bit. 3-1. Last 2 turns from F Troop have just been undisciplined throws. One on over the cup and the other one for a dump. But Vanguard, credit to the D, making them think through it. And right now, you'd have to say that F Troop aren't doing too great a job at it. Teams here this weekend: Vanguard from Adelaide, F Troop out of Canberra, Frisbee out of Sydney, Sublime from Perth, and Paradigm from Melbourne. All teams vying for a top 2 spot. Oh, and you've got, hold on, there must be 6 teams. Oh, there's 6 teams. Oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot Newcastle. Oh, if only I could. Newcastle as well. Is it Pie Wagon? It's Pie Wagon. Pie Wagon out of Newey. So 6 teams. I thought there were 6 teams. Yeah. So Pie Wagon playing Paradigm over on the far field. As Michaela Dunmore runs past the commentary box. Legit unit. For those who are unfamiliar with Michaela's work, do yourself a favour, jump on the Australian Beach Ultimate Championship highlight reel. She owns half of it, should own more of it. Just absolutely tore that tournament a new one. So feel free to get involved in the conversation. Jump us on Twitter or the Facebook stream or YouTube. Get involved, tell us what you think. Feel free to throw out estimates of how many millimetres of rain we're going to get in Melbourne today. I'm going with 3. I reckon everyone's just overreacted to this. It's overblown. It's just a little bit of drizzle. Everyone's acting like it's the Armageddon, it's the Rapture, but I don't think it's going to happen. Very special thank you to Rex Johnson, who's come down to organise today. Pretty much a one-man show, 1.5 if you count me, but Rex come down, set up. Done quite well in challenging conditions, and also to Brendan Ashcroft, who's actually manning the camera at the moment. The fastest man in Ultimate, pretty good on the camera as well. We'll try and get a score from the Frisbee Sublime game, which is happening on the field above. Brendan, I'm not sure if we can get a shot of that. It's in between points anyway. I'll hazard a guess and say Sublime are getting belted, but we'll confirm that. Get a score out of Max.
Hey Max! 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 What's the score?
Yeah, well, I knew I'd be right, but I didn't know I'd be that right. It's 7-0 over Frisbee versus Sublime. Let's put that down to jet lag. Give Sublime benefit of the doubt. It's pretty chilly in Melbourne today. Well, chilly for summer. It's probably about 13 degrees. Kylo was telling me earlier today, Perth is 36 and not a cloud in the sky, so they're a bit of getting accustomed to things. As Hugh Osborne scored a goal, and it's like they've won the game. First goal, so that's 7-1. Sublime get to keep their pants. All right, back with our game. Vanguard bringing a pretty full complement. They'd have the best part of 21 players here today. Joel Pillar hasn't blown up at the team yet, which is disappointing. I thought that would have happened within the first 4 or 5 points. I've been saying this tournament's in Melbourne, but I've just been alerted that it's actually in Dallas. For those who are wondering where in Victoria Dallas is, don't ask me, I've got no bloody idea. I didn't know it existed 45 minutes ago, but I believe it's out in Melbourne's northwest. Use the term Melbourne very loosely. Pull goes up from Vanguard. Sits well, good float. Doesn't really make the brick mark though. It looks like a straight up look again from Vanguard. F-Troop going in a Horro, again the dump, struggles. Upstairs pass. It's the Horro, looks like it may have collapsed already. Matthews Hunter looks to go up the line, comes back, secures it, elects not to swing, probably should have. Gets the upwind gainer instead, and the shot straight down Joel's beard. He punches it out to Baddix. Their stack is quite deep, so there's a little bit of throw and go. Baddix and Joel. Joel throws a bit of a hospital pass, but no one in the stack wanted to peel off from F-Troop, and then Baddix shoots. It looks to Ash Thompson, but Ash sat and wait. Probably should have gone too. She thinks about a call, but I think she realised the defender got in the position before she did. Shot goes up to F-Troop. Can't make it happen. Vanguard got a chance to put a genuine dagger in. Joel points, throws the flick, gets a little bit on it. It's just picked off in the stack a little bit. Joel doing the old point and shoot. So we'll have F-Troop with again a chance to keep things close. 3-2 versus 4-1, big difference. Struggles in the stack, nice throw. Shot goes, no, holds. Stack just a bit messy, almost a great D. That's Anna Rosella. Nice swing out wide. Laura Emerson. Ooh. Laura giving Ash Thompson, how you going? Yeah, didn't like the foul. Waved away, no big deal. Coming in on 0, and it looks like another straight up mark. That is really messing with F Troop. The dumps again, unconvincing. Pick called before the throw. Davis is happy for it to stay with Ben. See. So, yeah, quite a few seconds ago, so they will reset. All right, Laura looks back at the dump. Rambo does a little bit of dancing, goes up the line. The throw is actually not bad. And now Sean Davis shoots. He's looking at Russell Lee. Drops it. Came down. That was birdie. Russell Lee. And now F Troop, I think they might mix things up here. They realise that the whole row is not doing them any favours, so they're going to go into a vert. They do have one out. James O'Reilly. Being marked by Joel, and there's another pick. So I think it's Ash Donaldson deep. Baddock's marking him, he was sitting too deep. He's come right under now and gets it. So Baddock's sat off, and now Ash shoots. Ash is looking at Matt Daly. Matt Daly gets it over birdie. And they stream through, no regard for the throwing lane from F Troop. Just ran straight through, but Rambo's got it now. Rambo shoots. They get it. Nice shot. Ash Donaldson had to do a little bit of work going back to his other side, going back behind him. But made it stick, despite the slippery conditions. And F Troop stay in touch, 3-2. Might see if we can get some time with Dan Rule. He just seems to be walking around taking photos of me, so obviously he's got a bit of time on his hands. Dan, how have you found the preparation for this? Obviously it's been a little bit wet in Melbourne over the last couple of days. Remind you of home, remind you of Ballarat?
Yeah, it's been a pretty wet couple of days, hasn't it? We're pretty lucky that we've got a field that seems to drain pretty well. So we're going ahead. I guess most other sports are off this weekend. So.
Oh, mate, if this was Sydney, the fields would be closed for the next month.
Yeah.
Now, is this just like a kind of your version of a joke that, you know, obviously teams trying out for Cincinnati, so you held the qualifiers in Dallas?
Something like that, yeah. Well, look, you go where you can get a field.
Yeah, it's not a good gag. Like, this is in the middle of nowhere.
Full venue out here in Dallas in the Hume Council. It's good to have teams coming in from all over the country to play here. So,
I heard in the captain's meeting you mentioned that the canteen might open soon. What can we expect? Are there a couple of dimmies? What's in the Bay Marie?
Look, the soccer club was coming to open the canteen at 8 a.m. and still waiting on them to turn up. So I'm not sure we'll be getting anything.
Very good, very good. All right, and what's your tip here? 3-2. Vanguard jumped out, but F Troop's starting to put it together. What do you think will happen?
I think Vanguard will hold on. Yeah, I think they got a pretty strong list this weekend. Yeah, look, I don't think it's going to rain too much more in this game, maybe a bit later, so they'll hold it.
Excellent. Thank you, Dan. Dan Rule, Dingo's coach, World Games coach, bloody coach of everything. As it looked like it must have been a brick. I wasn't paying attention. Dan Rule in the captain's meeting said that there's glass around on the in the pavilion, but most of the broken glass was actually in the playground, so we didn't need to worry about it. Good people at Dallas. Right off the brick mark, Tonkin gets shot too, but can't bring it in. I think that was Sean Lace shooting there. Shot and immediately said, run left, run left. So F Troop now with the chance to break. That nice big backhand goes. Excellent throw. They're going to be run onto bid just to make sure of it. That's Matt Walls. Now F Troop. Is it a goal? Claire Bartram. It is. Not everyone's sure. Claire Bartram kind of just looked down. And now it is a goal. No, it isn't. I think Max Senstrom just trying to convince everyone by grabbing Claire and hugging her that it was a goal, but people actually opted to look at whether she was in on the line. Claire hasn't... Is it Claire? Sorry, it might be Shelley. No, it is Shelley, sorry. Shelley now. Oh, makes it easy. Just makes it look okay. It's to Matt Walls. So that's the goal. So 3-3 now. Vanguard, I think they've burned one. Right, so asserted some ascendancy early on and now have let F Troop back in. So this is where we might see Joel get cranky. Ben Foley thinks we might see it. Yeah. So for anyone tuning in near Dallas or going to be down here later today, got the hot tip that Katik Kebabs is not too far away. And according to Jasper Pentland probably the best kebab in Melbourne, he reckons. So we might need to get someone down there do an HSP review. Unsure of the score over on the Frisbee game, but in all likelihood Sublime are getting belted. Vanguard in their huddle. F Troop pretty chilled out. We'll see if we can get one of the Vanguard players to see what the message was in the timeout. Ash Thompson's going to come have a quick word to us.
I hear she is.
Oh, a very distant second option will be Baddocks, but we want Ash Thompson. Come on. Come on.
Ash, I don't want to go.
30 seconds, Ash. Come on.
30 seconds.
Oh, we might try and get Baddocks instead. Vanguard want nothing to do with me. I don't blame them. Andy, what was the message out of the timeout, mate? Andy not sure what the message in the timeout was. Oh, that's good.
Try and get the timing on the cuts a little bit cleaner and win matchups. Be aggressive and catch those.
You guys jumped out of the blocks, but have let them back in.
Yeah.
What changed?
I think there's a slight upwind end, obviously. And unfortunately, we didn't catch the ones that were... That's very close to my face. Unfortunately, we didn't catch the ones that we had opportunities to get. I guess both teams have had those chances, but yeah.
Very good. Good luck. So wind's starting to kick up now. It is that left to right, slightly coming towards the camera. Something to watch. As I mentioned, feel free to join in the conversation. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, you name it. Carrier pigeon, smoke signals, get involved. If anyone tries out that katik kebab, let us know. See if Jasper is a man of his word. F Troop pull, break the line by a mile. Elsa does a good cricketer stop, gets the body behind it, stops the Frisbee from rolling out, and her and Sean Lace punch it back, and Vanguard have stacked 2 deep. So if F Troop know what they're doing here, they should all start getting under, because it is a deep stack, regardless of even the wind, which makes it even worse. So Sean and Elsa know that they have to. Stack's readjusted now. Elsa goes up the line. Hospital pass out in front. It's deed. Marty Tonkin rips one from nowhere. The Mac sat up for Marty, and now they're off. They're away. I think that's Alex. Swings it to Elsa. Sean Lace gets looked off, then comes back into the lane, gets it again. This is there, breaks to Ailsa. Ailsa breaks again to Dunmore. Dunmore swings it right out to the far side. Can't get the give go, and miscommunication. Unfortunate there, because they were away. I think that's Nick Everinardi's. Thought Michaela was zigging when she zagged. So it looks like a call. Quick call. F Troop in the vert. Long shot not on, so it's got to be dumped off. It's trouble here from F Troop. Oh, Sean Lace just misses a Callahan opportunity. And now there's a big shot. Sam's going to try and run it down, can't. Sam Shellard that was. Sean Lace just taking his time walking into the disc. Whilst he does that, we'll have a quick chat to Brendan Ashcroft. Brendan, how you going?
Very well, Andrew. Things are underway quite nicely here. Looks like a great game here between Vanguard and F Troop.
Vanguard had it early, let F Troop back in. It seems a lot more even now. Who's your pick?
Tough from what I've seen so far. I think it looks like Vanguard's moving the disc upfield with a lot more confidence. A great grab there under a lot of pressure. Yeah, I think if Vanguard can hang on to the disc, not a great example there. I think they can take this one out, but can't ride F Troop off either.
So we've got Sandstrom coming to the disc. It was a very good grab by Dunmore, but then just couldn't execute the dump. Sandstrom throws the flick. There must be a pick there. Yep. Very free. Either a pick or from some very suspect defending. That was Shelley McCarthy that got free. Fire a pick. So, Sandstrom with the disc. He looks to dump it off, does so. Travel call. And another pick. Jody Brown with the disc. Shelley out in the lane. Jumps back into the stack now. Sandstrom goes up the line. But it looks like it'll either be a contested stall out or a turn. Oh yeah, I love when they have a big think about this for the sake of 2 metres. It is a turn. Sean Lace. I gotta stop doing that. Sean Lace throws one, it catches a bit of air, and it's deed. So Vanguard now starting to have real trouble putting a few passes together. F Troop actually looking the better of the two. is probably different to the way we started. A lot of pressure now. And a pick. Jody Brown with the disc. Disc coming in on 4. And a flick goes to the stack. It'll be a pack grab. Almost a Mac. Michaela went the big volleyball spike and almost put it down her opponent's throat. All right, Ailsa with the disc. Alex is poached. Alex Rogers. So nice little give go, but Ailsa can't pull it down. Caught a little bit of air. So once again, Vanguard struggling. Sandstrom looks flick, throws flick. Moves it forward, and now high release into the stack. Marty Tonkin gets a bit, but it's macked and caught. But now the question is it down? Alex thinks it was. Let's have a look. We'll have a chat. That's been about the 4th macked. It is a goal. Alex has let it go. That was about the 4th mack, I reckon, last couple of points. Bound to happen. Same point, almost same spot. Michaela almost volleyball spiked it down her opponent's throat. And that is F Troop taking the lead now. So I believe that's on serve. Close enough too. Heavens haven't opened up yet. Fantastic for us. It is a matter of time. But for now, we're having an all right time. Cracked 100 on the stream. 100 people out there. Pretty interested to see which 2 teams, possibly 3. We'll go through to Cincinnati, isn't it? Cincinnati, Ohio, yeah. And where's the Masters? Masters is a standalone tournament, isn't it? Where's that? It's somewhere in America as well. Equally as thrilling, I'm sure. In order to get to Cincinnati, you got to go through Dallas. That's where we are. Dan Reel put this tournament 40 Ks out of Melbourne is for a joke, to be able to say that joke. So we'll run with that every game. Winnipeg, thank you. All right, F Troop pull. They lead 4-3. Sean Davis moves it forward. Picks it up. Shawnee Davis gets it back, looks backhand, wants to throw the backhand, elects not to. Wants to give go. A little bit lax, but Sean really starting to marshal the offense here, which is exactly what it needed last point. He gets it to Joel. And now Shawnee's gone off. So Joel with Ailsa as a dump. Hasn't engaged, does engage now. Ailsa goes back, now looks up the line, and then Alex gets around for the wide one. Manages to grab it, stopped and propped. Alex to Sean Davis. We'll get there by the end of the weekend. Davis looks inside flick, back for Dunmore, but she had to go back behind herself. Sandstrom coming in, looks flick, throws flick. It's dropped. Alex Rogers goes to pick it up. Joel says, don't worry, I've got it. Look at my beard, I must be wise. So he's set Alex up as the ISO. Now throws the around flick. Sandstrom has a bid, can't get it. Vanguard score. Vanguard get it to 4-all. Ducker sent him, actually sent him very well working in 4:30, so clearly the pressure. Looks like they're going to do it though. Yeah. Literally no pressure. Who goes through? Jones, ex-SA resident, one of the few that made it out of there. You must be happy that you live in Melbourne now.
Yeah, it's good. Days like today make you question just a little bit. I'm sure it's nice and about 30 in Adelaide, but...
it's 36, not a cloud in the sky in Perth, and believe me, they're letting us know about it, so...
yeah, sounds about right. How's the game going?
It's 4-all. It's on serve. Vanguard jumped out. Got it to about 3-1, I think. But since then, kind of took the foot off the pedal. That said, the last point looked okay, so that's where we're at. Joel's just joined Vanguard. What can they? You play with Joel for a fair bit. What can they expect?
He's going to be doing a fair bit of this. Not really chasing his guy. We're looking at the disc a bit more than just shutting him out. So he's going to help.
Joey! On demand! BJ pots him. Joey hears it and goes, "Check me out, Beej. I still got a young blood." Great D from Joey. That's first genuine highlight of the game. So what are you going to say now?
That was a huge play. That was a huge play. That was big respect to Joel. That was good.
He made you look a little foolish. Here's Baddix' turn. Yeah, it does it. A bit more of a home brand style from Baddix, but that's what we love. He gets the job done. Very decent player. So yeah, sorry. Before that, we were just you were potting Jolie. So you want to go with that?
No. Well, I saw the point before, and it looked a lot of handler stuff. Not a lot of long balls. So, are they using their women deep, or so far this game? Or?
Not as much as they should be. They've been putting down a few easy ones. The disc sitting up in the air a little bit. Here's another example. That's kind of the way it's gone in terms of the long game. Not pretty. So a little bit of wind, kicking up left to right. And what about yourself, Alex? Are you going to Cincinnati?
Well, fingers crossed, eh? Yeah, we're all in the tryout process and we're waiting to hear back. Back on the news of how Paradigm goes this weekend, I guess. And pack stuff for Hoss, so we'll see how we go.
Absolutely. Have you been over there? Do you know the score?
No, I just walked up, so I haven't. Definitely drop a vision in a sec and report back.
F Troop with the disc. Matthews Hunter looks. Wants to get around on the break. Can't. Gets the dump off now. F Troop sitting there stacked quite deep. And means they have to look under. They're forced to turn. Sean Davis goes to Joel. I can't get those two. It does my head in. Jolie sits flick. Gets out back to Davis.
How's the work between Joel and Sean? Is it picking up? Bit of communication?
So far so good. Sean Davis has taken over the last couple of points and it was needed. Sean and Ailsa had a good point before, and now it looks like he's doing the same thing. Oh, and almost gave himself a highlight reel.
I think from now on it's going to be Sean and Joel together on lines a lot for Outbreak and Vanguard, so it'll be interesting to see how the communication, how well they click together.
So I've seen this at times from F Troop. They've struggled to get any kind of flow. And there he goes, another stall 9 Hail Mary. Baddix underneath it. Baddix can't get it, swats at it. Goes just over his head. Just thrown up, it looks like a goal. Ash scores 5-4. Vanguard doing this tougher than they should. They really established some dominance early on, and since then, despite troubles with flow, I mean, that was a stall 9 huck. And they're still getting away with it.
Well, they're still got to take heart that they made them turn it about 2 or 3 times at that point. So for Vanguard, it's just really consolidating, just taking that time when you get the disc, and just take the better option. Maybe in the wet and the wind here, it's not the dry option. It's not wait for the unders and stuff. Maybe it's just take the shot that presents itself quickly.
It's probably the most intelligent thing that I think ever been on the stream. Making me look pretty dumb. Yeah, and with that, he's out. He's played himself out. Does a George Costanza, leaves on a high. I'm out. Oh, see if we can get a bit of Joel Pillar. Joel Pillar Rogers, sorry. Is it Joel Pillar Rogers Pillar? Yeah. See if we can tee up that that replay at some point. He's a big man now with a big beard. Still got it. Still got it. But it wasn't enough for his team to convert, so it is 5-4 now. So it's Vanguard taking another brick. Sean Lace. Looks flick, goes to flick. Set play off the pool. That's a lot easier. Just do that. F Troop caught napping that one. All. Vanguard finding a little bit more flow, punching it long off the brick. F Troop not doing themselves any favours with the pulls. They've pulled 2 or 3 bricks now, so hopefully they've learned their lesson there. Just gives the offense a little bit more time to set and think about it. As I say that, what do Vanguard do? Pull a bloody brick. So, let's see if F Troop can hurt Vanguard the same way. I don't know if they can because Vanguard are now throwing a junk. Puppy fence, 1-3-2-1. Joel sitting at the back. And Handler does a little bit of work. Great crash in from the point. Not sure who that is on Vanguard, but took the pop. Doesn't take the second. Pop not on it. Good mark, marking backwards. F Troop got it right over the sideline now. Throws the speculator. Joel's all over it. That throw pretty optimistic in still conditions, let alone in the wind that we've got at the moment. Shot goes up long and manages to be D'd. And now Vanguard are going to have to decide if they need to set. No, they won't. It's a turn. Sean Davis punches it back into the middle to Joel. Joel goes lovely around throw, but Vanguard needs to set a stack. They do now. All the cuts have dried up, so they're going to punch it back to Joel. Sean Davis comes under on the break side, not on it. And Joel's count's going to get high. Elects not to dump, throws it through, and Joel knows he messed up. Says sorry to his dump. emptied by Rambo. So does give Vanguard a chance to set, and this time a little bit more well thought out process from F Troop. And there's a contested up call. But I'm pretty confident it was up. And swing goes up, too high, too wide, too far. Makes it to the club rooms. So Sean Lace. Davis. Bugger. Sean Davis. Little backhand goes to give go. Gets it, but it was read out of the hand. Nice D. They've read the play on Sean Davis. Sean Davis just keeps the give go. Shut it down. So they've set again. Now F Troop have struggled 3 times on this sideline. Matthews Hunter does the right thing. Punches it. They want to get it high side. They continue to work it. And now they can start running some flow from this side, that side of the field, which is the side you want to be on. Matthews Hunter throws it straight into Sean Davis. He went for the give go and then thought better of it. And now Joel shoots to him. It's a good shot, and Sean Davis catches the goal. Little fist bump from Rex here in the box. He's excited. 6-5. So Vanguard throwing that junk, making F Troop think about it. So we did have a score from the other field. BJ shouted it to me, but I forgot. Beej, what was the score? 8-3. No, is it Pie Wagon? Pie Wagon, yeah. Pie Wagon lead. Paradigm 8-3. Or Paradigm. All right, thank you for your patience whilst we did some running repairs. Just needed to bag up the camera in anticipation for the deluge. Max Sandstrom, Vanguard again playing the zone run, so F Troop struggling against it. Another worm burner from Matthews Hunter, still picked up, nice grab. Sandstrom lost his hat, not his cool. Nice break out wide. Matthews Hunter on the high side where they want it. Sandstrom goes, pulls the wing in, and a nice goal by Emerson, Laura Emerson. Took a grab that was harder than it looked. That was coming in at pace. Coming in with some genuine heat. Speaking of pace and Adelaide, second test kicks off pretty shortly, I'd say. Yeah, the day-nighter. Sorry. Yeah. In Adelaide in a couple of hours. Won't mind seeing some of that top order, the English top order, cop a bit of chin music. Get Hazelwood popping him in nice and short. Line up Bairstow, give him one back for the Bancroft incident. I digress. 6-all. Back in Dallas. So 6-all. Oh, we'll see if we can get a game clock, Rex. I'm not sure if you've got a game clock up there, but it'll be 66 minutes. So how long will the games go for? 100 minutes. Okay, here we go. 100-minute game, 6-all, evenly poised. Jolly, the disc. F Troop throwing a bit of junk right back at him. So Marty Tonkin with a point with Joel. Sean Lace brings it out wide to Ailsa. Sean Lace runs a pop, not honoured. Joel gets it back. Now Sean with the easy pop in. So this is a containing zone. Two different kind of zone looks that you can see generally. One is what Vanguard's running, which is a pressure zone where they want to force a turn, get it to a side of the field, really lock down on any poppers coming in, force things over the top. This one's the opposite. This one's a containing zone. So you see no one's really taking, it's reasonably static. The pops aren't being taken on. I'm going to guess this is by design, but you'll see the cup playing loose, playing downfield, forcing poppers to come under and giving them space. Alex takes one that caught a little bit of air from Joel. So you see it's a containing one. So right here, they just want to throw a lot of passes and force the error. No, they're not going to do it on that throw. Marty Tonkin takes the hammer over the top from Joel. So the zone starts to get a bit more aggressive, but you see a lot tighter, a lot looser, a lot more space between the disc and the pops. And slowly looking to start to bring it in now. You see that they have to think through it. There's nothing by way of a popper coming from Vanguard. It's like they're playing kind of three wing deeps. Marty Tonkin's come under now, so that'll help. And then Ailsa reads the play really well. As good as zone players, you'll see Ailsa Entinghawk. Joel throws one of her legs. No. That was up. Yeah. So I think we're just going to retract that one. It's probably the best call. Yeah, F Troop acknowledges. Slap hands. And Joel puts it one at more acceptable height. And now Ailsa's starting to get busy in the popping, saying, right, no one will do it. I'll put you on me back. I'll do it myself. Sits back now. They've got the opposite problem. Now they've got 4 back, but Tonkin and Joel both go. Lace. Joel. Back to Lace. Lace wants to call a double team. Lovely backhand breakout to Tonkin, who now moves it to Entinghawk. Back to Tonkin high side. Tonkin's going to punch it back to Joel. And Joel resets the count to Lace. Lace over to Ailsa. Ailsa back to Lace. Now they're starting to get a little bit of flow on here, these 4. Lace, Pillar, Entinghawk, and Tonkin. Now this is about the time you'd see some garbage thrown from Joel. He's getting a little impatient. You see something upstairs. Tonkin. Lace, looks like a straddle, is a straddle. Now come on, this is where he's going to pass it to Joel. Now Joel throws something silly. Looks to feed the Ducks. He could dump it to Ailsa. He does. Well done, Joel. Net butt gets it back. Gets another chance. Ailsa sets up right back on the dump, unmarked dump. So he should be able to reset the count whenever he wants and not push it. He does. Ailsa Looks to Alex, instead goes to Joel. So they're really being patient. Good patience being shown. Conversely, good structure from F Troop. This is the containing zone. I don't think it's the right zone to play, but at least they're executing it well. Joel throws the flick. Ailsa to Alex now. Alex getting involved. Alex goes to Joel. Joel throws the flick. It's a goal. Whoa. It did the job. Bulk hugs coming from Vanguard. They enjoyed it. Thought it through. That was, as I said, a containing zone, so they want to bait bad throws. Vanguard 7-6. So 7-5, you reckon? So Frisbee gave Sublime a belting. Not sure exactly the score, but the game's finished 68 minutes in. So the scoreboard says 7-6. I think we're going to take 7-6, Rex. We'll honour the player, honour the player's assessment of the score. Look at that. Oh man, he likes to live dangerously. Those playing along at home, we got probably a $3,000 laptop sitting on the ground, just charging from a wall outlet in the absolute conditions, not undercover, not anything. So once it starts raining, if you can just remind us to grab that, that'd be fantastic. So pool rolls out the back. And Rex has identified that we had a laptop sitting out in the rain, and you went, well, that's just a bit stupid. Why don't you guys just bring it undercover? And he's put it undercover. That's what you get with Rex. He's the thinker of the group. He's definitely not going to get that with me or Brendo. Brendo's almost joined the production team now. He's been on the camera. Brendan offered her an inch, and Rex took a bloody mile and said, right, you're on camera for the next 4 days. Don't know if we'll get away with it, but thank you, Brendo. And we had a quick turn. Quick turn, yep, easy drop. So this is a big point. This is for half, 7-6. Alex and Sean Davis run the ISO. High release backhand gets it. That's half, that's a big play. Brendo, you saw it, what happened? Or was it just a miscommunication?
A little high release backhand there from Joel. Looked like they were really isolating Sean in the end zone there, and he got free after a couple of jinks.
What was the time? How'd they turn it?
Went for a quick dump backwards for F Troop, an unfortunate little drop there, just straight into the ground.
The coffee boys arrived. Dan Rule, the coffee boy. And by that I mean bring me my coffee, Dan. Didn't want one, Dan. That's all right, mate. Thanks. All right. So Dan's dropped off a coffee to Brendo. Bloody nothing for Mozza. Okay, I see how it is. This little Dingo's Crocs thing going. Oh, I've just got to join a rep team by the sounds of it, which probably ain't happening for me anymore. So 8-6, half taken. Dan, do you know the other scores from over there? As I said, Sublime copped a belting. Frisbee just thumped him. That game's over. Yeah. Last time we checked, Piewagon were up on Paradigm. Water comes out of the tap. Yeah. The ULTI.TV team able to clarify to Andy Baddocks that water comes out of a tap. Oh, chalky. Yes. So Dan really working it hard on Brendo. Ask him if he wants any chalky. We might grab Esh for a sec. You around? You got a second? Esh. You guys lost 15-2 to Sublime on Gathering?
Nah. It was a bit...
Found it, yeah, probably had a bit of a better time than that. What was the score?
I think we finished at 15-6 in the end. Pretty solid 7-1 first half. It was good to see them really push us the second half, give us a run, find where our gaps were in our zone, and yeah, so it gives us something to work on for the rest of the tournament. Who's
your next game?
IBEAM. So I think they're going to be one of our tougher matchups this weekend. Another top contender looking to go to Worlds. So
yeah, I think they're up a few points on Paradigm at the moment, so they're putting in a good early show.
Yeah, we'll see how good their run was at Div 2 Nationals. See if they can carry that form into this elite.
Now, my last question before we let you go. Your sister team, Funsky, put up what's fair to say one of the more repugnant displays at the Australian Mixed Nats final. You guys don't adopt that kind of playing style, do you?
No, not at all. And I got to commend the commentary. I heard there was a lot of good feedback for keeping it interesting for the good hour and a half of maybe 6 points.
I think that was only by contrast. I think the commentary was bad, but the game was worse. So, all right, Ash. Well, hopefully we get to call one of yours, and it's a little bit better. Or at least the conditions. Let's be fair. The conditions probably played a big role in that one. Hopefully the conditions are a little bit better, but I don't reckon we can promise anything, to be honest.
That's all good. Well, thanks a lot, Mozza.
Cheers, mate. Ash Wakrem, former Dingo. The only man in Ultimate to have a bionic shoulder. So, taking their time on the half-time, aren't they, Rex? Might just have a quiet word to someone. Jolie having a good old chin wag to Callan. Let's speed things up a little bit here. Alex, how are you? For those who can't see it, Alex is Alex Pillar-Rogers is throwing some shade Joel's way about him having a dad bod. She's going, I thought I was the one that had the baby. Did you not see his bid? That was pretty good. That was good. Do you know, well, we had, it's just like a freight train, like a B double. We had BJ here, and you'll be able to hear this back. We had BJ potting you for playing lazy defense. 3 seconds later, you do that. He was very quiet after that. He didn't say much. All right, so that was Joel and Alex Pillar-Rogers we were having a chat to, or I was having a chat to. Dan Rules provided the lollies. Thank you, Dan. I'm sure they're actually just for Brendo, but I'll have one. Oh, yum. We're going to catch Jeremy Ha for a quick chat. Ask him a couple of questions. Jeremy, a former Goanna, now playing for Sublime. You guys copped a hammering.
Yeah, we did. A bit of a shame. Started out a bit slow this morning. Bit of a jet lag. It's only 7.
I said that. I was like, you know what? We'll call it jet lag. We know that they'll bloody call it jet lag. So yeah, I knew that one was coming.
Well, yeah, it's a shame, but we're fired up now, ready for the next game. Have a quick squiz at what Vanguard's doing, and then we come out and smash them.
You're playing Vanguard next?
Yeah, so pretty keen for that. Should be good.
And where are you guys staying? I've heard it's 36, not a cloud in the sky in Perth.
Oh yeah, it's been lovely. We left last night and it was still 25 degrees at sunset. We come over here and it's like 10 degrees. We're not really that happy about it.
Where are you staying?
We're all being billeted everywhere else. Couple of Melbourne mates helping us all out.
Classic Sublime, just leeching. Just, yeah, good on you. Thank you, mate. So we've got Diesel joining the team, Dan Rule. He's coaching the camera. He's not operating it, he coaches it. Dan just coaches everything. So, after what felt like the longest time out in history, I think we're ready to kick off the second half. Rex, what's the game clock at? It'll be about 70 minutes. 81, 19 minutes to go. Apparently someone on the YouTube comments wants to remind me that the G in paradigm is silent. I did a journalism degree. I know that's not the case. It is paradigm. People get that wrong. It's often a misconception. You know that? It is actually paradigm. The other misconception is jalapenos. When you go to Subway, you get a foot long. Not jalapenos, you ask for jalapenos. And you just watch their face. I think particularly in Dallas, you'd be ordering jalapenos rather than jalapenos. So 8-6 with, I think it's Vanguard receiving, it should be. We will get a check on the bomb and see when the heavens are anticipated to open. For those just joining us, Melbourne's been anticipating a downpour for about 2 days now. It has been referred to as the end times. I think that's probably a slight overreaction. But it hasn't come. We had a little bit of rain this morning, but since that time, since the game started, we haven't really had anything. So F Troop pull, pretty good pull upwind. And Vanguard run a side stack. And there looks to be a shot. It is. It's another set play. Michaela Dunmore's got the sit. Michaela's got to go. Go on, Michaela. Oh, just can't match it. Bit a little bit too late. Disc flying away from her. Dan Rule trying to coach the camera. I probably can coach it a bit better. Good old huck and zone set from Vanguard. Now this is the other zone that we're talking about. So this zone's designed to be a lot more aggressive. You'll see the players just outside 3 metres in the fence, which is as close as you're allowed to be, unless there's another player in the area that you can actively mark. So you'll see here what the plan is. Ailsa will be going no dump, so she's going to force it all upfield. Michaela Dunmore is going to kind of be the key position here to not let the swing out. And the swing got out, but it didn't hit its target. So Vanguard's plan, I reckon that's probably going to be their plan for the entire second half, because F Troop haven't shown enough, I guess, composure and ability to execute through that zone. And until they do, I reckon Vanguard's just going to keep punishing them with it. All right, Ailsa coming up. Having a chin to John. I don't know why she's coming in from the cone. Alrighty. And another ISO, Sean Lace. ISO goes break. This time it doesn't work. And now there's a foot race out to the cone, and it's a grab. Well done. Who's that, Rex? Rob Whiten. His name's Rob Whiten. You're kidding. Right. Rob. Very good. Whitener. That's probably the most apt name I can imagine. Righto. Rob Whitener. Whiten. I won't forget that name. Nice grab here was the initial look for the deep cut that Michaela then was able to sit under and had a bit at, but wasn't able to reel in. And after Sean Davis, no, that was Sean. No, that was Sean Davis in the lane. Hey. Oh God! All right. 9-6 over on Paradigm versus Piewagon. Paradigm showing a little bit of fight. We've got about 15 minutes game time left, correct? 100-minute games to 15 here this weekend. 3 timeouts, 2 per half, 1 floating. Giving the people what they want to know, Brendan. These are the questions the Frisbee people ask. 9-6 here as well. So I imagine we will see a junk out of Vanguard. That said, it is downwind for F Troop. Joel Pillar pulls better, got float, and it'll go past the brick mark. That's one of the better pulls we've seen today. And it is the junk. 1-3-2-1. Puppy fence, Pommy. And again, Vanguard will keep throwing it if F Troop can't convert. I mean, the execution was one thing, but they gave away the easy throw. I mean, that's where Vanguard's zone wanted to throw it. So not really worth doing unless A, you've got a plan to get it back straight away, or B, it's just to it's high in the count. Lovely bid into the end zone. Didn't catch who did it. Did enough to throw the Vanguard player off catching the goal. And Vanguard's setting now again. Jolie asking that wing to play right up, play really aggressive. And again, F Troop struggling to get it off that sideline. Jolie walking to the disc. Vert set up. 1 dump, playing well back. Jolie's got that. This time they isolate Baddix. Baddix gives the shake and bake. And that's a bit more of a better spike. And he catches the goal and yanks it back in towards the stack. Vanguard taking back control much as they did in the first half. Start of the first half. 10-6. I'm going to put a call out to Chris Stevens if he's watching. Chris, being a Canberran, what would you have F Troop do? Please just text in. They've conceded. It's now 10. I believe it's 10-6. It is score changing now. Yep. F Troop wouldn't want to lose another point, with 10 odd minutes to go. If the gap gets any bigger than this, it'd probably call it curtains. So boo boo. Share your wisdom of your many, many, many years. All right. Jolie looking to pull. Fair odds on it being a junk. Jolly pulls a roller. Sandstrom's going to get behind it. Oh, just keeps it. And there is a junk. And a little bit more positivity and intent coming out of the F Troop offensive set. Run a few pops, but now 2 poppers coming at the same time, so it forces them to go backwards. Matthews Hunter starting to take a bit more control. Holsters it. Keeps good patience. Gets a Sandstrom. Now Rambo again. Matthews Hunter, nice big wide backhand pivot. Concedes the dump to Sandstrom, who moves it straight back up. And that's a lovely shot up the line. And now there's going to be a shot wide, but Jolie gets it again. Oh, there's a foul call on the throw. Having a chat. I believe it was a foul. A lot going on. Not exactly sure what the call was. It doesn't look like, given that Sean Davis is involved, it may not have been a marking infraction. But it's going to go back, uncontested foul. A little bit more wind starting to kick up. F Troop with 2 dumps back, 1 goes up, grabs. Works. And now the Vanguard, you see the Vanguard defense just collapse right in. Once you put some players in there, all the Vanguard guys are going to get in, and it forced F Troop to go over the top, which caused the error. Now Joel picks up, throws the flick. Sandstrom gets the sit on it, gets up in front, gets it over Bertie, and Bertie didn't like it. And the crowd are giving their thoughts. Bertie's about to wave it away. Yeah, it does so. Waves it away. So Vanguard going to set this zone again, see if F Troop can work their way through it. Still heard donuts from Boo Boo. Oh no, just come through from Boo Boo. And he's asking a question about the rules. Boo Boo, we wanted your advice on how to get your team back into this game. Turn to Vanguard, get the turn again with that zone. And now look to shoot. Birdie can't reel it in. Nice bid to try and save it, but couldn't. So we're going to see this Vanguard zone again. And Vanguard a little bit more positive. Sorry, F Troop more positivity. They've been able to keep the flow, and they get it to the middle, which is where they want it. Gives you options both sides. So they may have worked this zone out. They have. Power to F Troop. Vanguard probably a little bit complacent setting the zone, which enabled the flow from the start, and Vanguard from that point were never able to set. Much more positivity and intent, as well as good disc positioning. They were punching it back into the middle rather than trying to squeeze it down a sideline. Good field awareness. So that takes it to 7-6. Yeah, 10-7. Dan, Boo Boo wants to know, is the pre-stall rule in play for the tournament? Yeah. Doesn't know. Yeah, right. Getting blank stares from Dan, Boo Boo, so... Huh? Yeah, we'll say it is. So that's just... Boo Boo was cranky because I reckon Joel took his time walking to that last disc, so... 95 minutes in, 5 minutes until time cap. add one and play to the highest score, Dan. Do you know that one? Good? Okay. At least you had that one. So we're going to add one and play to that. Score to win. In 5 minutes' time, we'll do that. Given neither team is likely to get to 15. But we'll try and get a score update from the other fields. If Troop break the line, something chronic again, but it won't matter because it's a brick. That disc almost in the playground full of broken glass. Downwind pull is a brick. Just capital offence, I reckon. Anyway. Vanguard on the sideline asking about the time cap. They want to just ice the kicker here, get the clock ticking at any opportunity. Joel walks it up. I think that's promptly enough. Chris Stevens. Joel fakes the backhand, throws the flick. Muddy Tonkin just looks to reset. Alex Pillar goes long, not on it. Joel sets up, gets the dump back, and Alex goes again. This time he shoots it, but it's a poor throw. Good cut from Alex, perhaps a little deep when she started it. But Joel rushed the throw. It was never looking on. Brendo.
F Troops stuck on that back left-hand corner there. Good crash in there. The zone's working quite well, shutting down a lot of their options. Moved up to Max. He's jacked that. It's floating. Oh! Just through the fingertips. It's a great look. Wind's really bobbling it around quite a bit at the moment. Joel strolling. Saturday stroll towards the disc. It's a big early deep cut there. Joel giving us a small little head nod. He's looking to jack it. It's gone. It's gone. It's floating. Who can read it? Oh. Michaela gets a hand on it. Looks like there's been a call. Much to the displeasure of the Perth crowd, I think. Not quite sure who's calling. Not much time left in this game. Still chatting it out. Hoping that they can resolve this soon. Game's just probably about siren, can't be too far off. In fact, that was a siren. And the call's been resolved, perhaps pushed along by the end of the game there. Score is 10-7. Finish this point. Add one to the highest. Max picking up the disc on the near sideline. Big flick blade. Just in the ground, and it's gone for a little bit of a roll. Huge layout to stop the roll. Every metre counts here. Joel puts a little bit of a float. There's a layup bid. Oh, a little bit of a bobble and the disc goes into the ground. F Troop walking to the disc. Jacks it. And he's got it. He's got it. Oh, but wait, there's a call. Travel called. Travel called. Looks like the disc is coming back. It's a great shot from F Troop there. Fantastic cut. Let's see if they can do it again. Looks like the discussion is that when he picked the disc up, his foot wasn't exactly where the disc was on the ground. And the travel's being upheld. Players going back to find their spot. Always a good challenge, remembering where you were 5 seconds ago. He's done it again. Put it up. He's got to float back in. Can he read? He's got it. Great grab from F Troop in that back corner there. Scored it on one side of the field. Didn't like that one. Decided to go to the other side. 10-8 to Vanguard. Game to 11. And the crowd certainly liked that one. Sort of picking up a little bit, blowing from, I'll get out from underneath the covers, a little bit of a left to right, and even a little bit of a cross breeze as well every now and then. So as we expect a little bit more weather to come through, could alter the way a lot of these teams are playing their game. Let's see if Vanguard can put in this offensive point and take the game. Got Dan Matthews-Hunter out there directing traffic for F Troop. Really encouraging this large sideline, big pull. That's great from Rambo. Ben Matthews-Hunter there. Pull's caught, send it to Joel. Great undercut from a side stack. Joel's looking to break. He's gone long. It's floated a little bit. It's coming back in. Can McKayla get it? Vanguard's up. Oh, it's tapped and it's a goal. Vanguard have got it. Cleaning up the scraps at the back of the end zone. And that's game. Game to Vanguard. Great battle there between South Australia and Canberra. Next up, we've got Frisbee versus Pie Wagon. So Sydney versus Newcastle. Should be a great game. Both teams, I think, coming off a win. Huge challenge. Can't wait. Make sure you join us.
ULTI.TV.